Alrighty, I do believe we are live. Greetings, Guardians, and welcome to another episode of Tyler Plays Destiny, where today, I think I've set up the notification bot correctly in my Discord, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I do have a Discord for this, for the channel now. For the moment, it is, restricted to patrons, but I might end up opening it later. I'm at like the fourth frickin' song in here. This song always gets me emotional. I remember playing through the Red War and hearing this for the first time. The music in the game was the first thing that got me hooked. And then it was the scenery, the story, and then I tried the gunplay and I was like, well, I'm not gonna get attached to that. And boy am I glad I didn't. Looks at literally all of the Red War weapons that aren't blues being vaulted. Sag. Alright. The chase for Conqueror title begins when the first Grandmaster Nightfall becomes active. Eliminate Sepix Prime and the Devil's Lair Nightfall the ordeal. And then Shaxx brings Clash to the Crucible. Fuck Trials. Last week it was disabled. Yeah, can't get the notes right. Anyways, today I will be discussing a theory. Besides playing the game, I actually read the lore. Way too much. But anyways, I have a bit of a theory about what's happening. So, we know that according to Crow's dialogue, he says that... Actually, let me pull that up. I'm gonna need to read that, because if I fuck this up, it'll be weird. Because I have notes. Destiny. You see Crow flinch, as if a literal light bulb flicked on inside his head. He mentions a report he'd seen. Scions hit the city and stole some tech. Then, he'd heard a few Guardians hadn't checked in from field ops. And yesterday one of their bodies was found. No ghost, no light, and dead by what looked like city weapons. He thinks whoever these Scions had, they've been at it for a while. No ghost and no light. At the time, we were like, oh shit, that's not good. And now that we know that the fact that they have a light disruptor, that's even worse. Now, he doesn't specify where these field ops are. I'm inferring the EDZ, because this ties into the rest of the theory.
Must talk.
The second thing is the lore tab on Salvage's salvo. Maeve goes... No, Mare, not Maeve. Investigator Mare is what appears to be... Well, I think he's a civilian, not a Guardian. Can't exactly tell. But Mare is investigating a raid on a hack foundry.
Darkness falls on this
And, well, it was conducted by Scions. And he was like, oh shit, this is not good.
Save them from temptation, Guardian.
So, Mare is on the case of this, basically, robbery of a foundry. Inside of it, he learns that the Scions stole pieces of the Traveler's Cage. from the Red War. What the? I don't remember this. What the fuck is this? I don't remember that cave being there. Anyways. Mayor, once he learns that they had stolen a piece of the Traveler Cage, goes to the EDZ. We don't know why, because he scrapped parts of his logs. And once he goes out there, he finds a bunch of stuff, skips a couple logs again, and then says that he's reporting to the future war cult.
Allied Elixni flee from the European city. Many threats stand in their way. The Guardian can help, yes?
Dude. So, Mayor says that he gave the information to Lakshmi, who is the head of Future War Cult. Now, the first thing is, why did Hack have a piece of the Traveler's shell? I mean, the Traveler's Cage. I don't know. I genuinely do not know. Second question. What did Mayor find that was so confidential and or horrifying that he had to scrub it from official Vanguard logs? Like, this motherfucker didn't just redact his things. Like, he straight up deleted every record of what he found. I'm trying to focus for these precision shots. And then he ends up getting detained, like arrested, by Ikora herself. Like, his ship gets impounded, he gets arrested, and the entire scenario is redacted. Like, the Lightless cannot know about this. This is such a big deal that Ikora declares it an emergency and says that the city may not be aware of this. After Mayor is arrested, we get basically no information. That's the end of the story, or at least so we think. Or so we thought until Challenger's Proving came along and showed us the Light Disruptor. The thing built with the pieces that Mayor found that the Scions stole. Now, the next question is, did the Vanguard get all the pieces? I'm assuming not, because Mayor says the pieces that he found were probably left in a rush. He found them in a shop in the Peregrine District, being sold as just scrap. He recognized the model, couldn't put his finger on it, and then sent it to the Cryptarchs, and they said, yeah, nah, this is part of the Traveler Cage. And he was like, oh shit, and then went to the EDZ. Now, I'm going to assume that he went to, specifically, Firebase Hades, or somewhere in there. Now, the reason why I'm assuming this is because that's where we find the Light Disruptor. He was probably chasing after other parts of the weapon, right? Like, he'd gotten one piece, but now he was going after the others. Because he's like, oh shit, there's more of this. He finds it, right? And the tab does say that some stuff was confiscated. I don't know if he brought it all back. I would assume that he should have, because that would be the responsible thing to do. But Mayor doesn't seem like a very responsible individual, the fact that he didn't even report the shit to the Vanguard. So, questionable, at best. But yeah. After that, we are going to turn to Challenger's Proving. And Crow mentions, Guardians dead by city weapons, no light, no ghost. The city weapons bit is interesting. We'll get to that in a moment. But the no light and no ghost, that is probably indicative of a light disruptor being used. And I say a, not the. As in, I think there's more than one. I really do. Or at least there are prototypes out there. Well, either we got the prototype and there are fully functional ones out there, or we got a fully functional one and there are prototypes out there. Like, there's definitely more. At least according to this theory. And, which means these Scions aren't done yet. They haven't stopped. I don't think they will stop until they get what they want. What they want, I have no fucking clue. Because they aren't part of Kylo's regime, or at least as far as we know. Or if they are, they're a rogue sector that isn't under her control. If Twitter's to be believed. And then, the next part, this is where we start getting a little bit more spinfoily. Why would these Scions be kidnapping ghosts? Because if there was a ghost there, if the ghost died, chances are the Scions would be like, hey, nah, just leave the shell. Like, if they were testing the light disruptor, they'd probably leave a bit of a mess. So, are they kidnapping it? Are they kidnapping the ghosts? Because if they are, what are they using it for? And this is where I think of the Glykon, where Kallus' scribes mention that they used a Lightbearer's ability to try to coax out the darkness. Catabasis' didn't work. So what if they sent out a squad of shadows, like Shadow Scions, to go out and kidnap ghosts, kill their guardians, and basically are trying to build some kind of like darkness anchor using the light inside of those ghosts? Because when we found Catabasis' ghost on the Glykon, it was basically spotless. I get that it's just, you know, your typical lost ghost model, but you would think that it'd be a little bit more, like, decorated, seeing how he was one of, Kallus's favored. I was about to say, something else, but... But yeah. If he was one of Kallus's favored, you would think, hey, this ghost would probably have more decoration. Like, he'd probably have the Leviathan shell, or the shell from Crown of Sorrow, or something. Or maybe even one from Menagerie, if there was one. I can't remember. I didn't play during Season of Opulence. Oh, you're still allowed to kill me as Savathun. You see, Lord, that's not the thing. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is ghost kidnapping. And now this ties into why those Scions would want Zavala's ghost, Targe. The ghost of a very powerful guardian could be the anchor they need. And since there's no way in fucking hell Kallus would let them touch the young wolf, because for some reason Kallus is exceptionally horny for the young wolf, why wouldn't they go after anyone else? Chances are they did. They went after a bunch of random guardians in the EDZ under the guise of Kaidos forces, and then just kind of worked their way up from there.
Allied Eliksni flee from the European city. Many threats stand in their way. The Guardian can help, yes?
Bonk. Okay, I just wanted to be able to see him. Okay, I need ability kills, damn it. Okay, that's a few. Apparently they're going to be nerfing Shatter Dive, so that has a cooldown now. Not a fan, but you know what, I understand it. Anyways, back to the Spinfoil. If they were to kidnap Targe, who is Zavala's ghost, that could possibly present them with the anchor they need. The ghost of a powerful guardian, they'd assume, would have a powerful connection to the light. Now, whether or not that's true, we don't exactly know if the prowess of the ghost relates to the prowess of the guardian, but Oi! Alright. But if it did, or at least if that's what those Scions believed, it would make sense for why they would want to kidnap Targe. Laura, I understand that you're horny, okay? It's... Anyways... Does that count? Yeah, that counts, okay. Here we go. How much longer do I have for this? 9 minutes, okay, shit. Alright, there's one inside. At least there should be. No, it's over the bridge. Where? What the fuck? It is inside, just way further away. Come on. Patrol beacon? Yes, there it is. Okay. Gotta complete this in 8 minutes.
Vex loot my supply caches. Not out of need, but love of destruction. Please, destroy them for Ferrix.
My cat looked up whenever she heard Vadix. It is probably the clicking. So that's how I call her over. But yeah. Yeah. Go. I like that name. Really? Oh yeah, definitely. Nivu wakes up from his little graveyard nap and he's like, "Fuck, I'm having an existential crisis." Why do I do this to my characters? Anyways. But yeah. The only, like, loose thread I have in that theory is that the whole Glykon shit has been over for a while. Like, the boat has, not the boat, the ship has been completely consumed by, why the fuck did I say boat? The ship has been completely consumed by darkness, right? Like, there's no point. There's no point in collecting more stuff of the light unless they're trying to purge the darkness, which is interesting, because Callus wants to talk to the darkness, as far as I know. I don't have many of the lore tabs in there, but I am not willing to run it solo in order to get more. Oh, big boy! Anyways. Yeah. Maybe it was just like all of the trauma. Space boat. Listen, alright? Don't point out my freaking ineptitude, alright? I understand I'm a dumbass, you don't have to point it out to me. tired. It's a space boat. Listen, I fucked up, alright? Let me up. Yes. That wouldn't have worked in Destiny 1.
The darkness is recruiting again, and the Fallen are lining up to enlist. Go spoil their little reunion, would you?
It's a genius name, what do you mean? Fancy red Vex bacteria? Okay, that's probably not Vex, that's probably just normal bacteria. Yeah, so on Europa there is radioactive bacteria that will glow. Quite like in Destiny. I still don't know why there's Virgo Prohibition Vex here. Or why there are fucking yellow bars up there. Ba ba da 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 ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Catalyst? I don't need no stinking catalyst. What? Why are you immune again? Alright, fine. I'll handle these drones myself. God damn it, flinched me. Shoot the fucking drone, you asshole. Oh, fuck. Oi, back off. Best thing about Europa, you can see Invisible Dude's footprints. Correct. Alright. Another drone up there.